अंग्रेज अपना लगान और न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री अपना हफ्ता कभी नहीं छोड़ते. Welcome to a not so sweltering day in Delhi. It is 3 in the afternoon on the 6th of June, Thursday, 2 days after the Lok Sabha election result has been announced. And this hafta is going to be pretty much all about that. But before we get into any of that, I want to thank so many of you, hundreds of you, maybe even thousands, I'll need to check the data, who contributed to the election fund. And we have our wonderful colleagues from News Minute here as well. Dhanya is in our studio. She tried to get good weather from Bangalore, but we'll be taking...
I got good weather here. You
rained yesterday, huh?
It rained last night.
That was shit rain. And we have a wonderful host of What's Your Ism, Sudipto, joining us from Good Weather, Bangalore. And Sudipto, I just thought of a really good uncle joke when we started. When you're done with political thinkers, professors, academics and politicians of What's Your Ism, do one with legacy media anchors called What's Your Prism? PR-ism. You get it? PR, because they do PR.
PR-ism.
So that's prism. You get it? We'll have to explain it.
Oh, killing it.
Very nice.
Killing it, fine. It was a bad one. But, it has been a hectic week. You have contributed so much to making sure our journalists go everywhere. Dhanya, Sudipto, Manisha have done a fantastic job in not just overseeing their teams, but also doing some great stories of their own. And all because you managed to pull off ad-free, non-sponsored election coverage. And someone today has tweeted that he's tagged some university or something, should do a case study on how a news organization is surviving without ads for 12 years.
Absolutely. And I think we had the most extensive election coverage, completely ad-free, reporters across states, such in-depth stories, no ads. I think I'm always marveled by how NL Sena manages to pull this off for us every election.
And all kinds, prints, audio and video.
So thank you. Pick up a joint NL TNM subscription, because now even TNM...
I thought you were saying pick up a joint. Sorry.
You know?
वो क्या होता है?
God.
हमको तो नहीं पता.
Pick up a joint News Minute, News Laundry subscription. Yes.
This is what happens to Dhanya when she's in the studio.
Yeah. This is the pause is the wrong point. Pick up a joint News Laundry, News Minute subscription and support independent media. Now, TNM also, you'll notice the interface. There are absolutely no ads. So let's get the finest journalists off ads so you can get the finest journalism. And from this week, Hafta, sorry guys, goes behind the paywall. We had kept it outside the paywall for 2 to 3 months.
For elections.
A lot of you were insisting we should. But because that is actually the incentive for a lot of you to pay, we see a slight drop off. Some of you don't renew your subscription and Hafta's free. So it's coming back behind the paywall. Right. So let me introduce the panel, then you can give the headlines. Yeah. Joining us from Bangalore is our wonderful colleague, Sudipto Mondal. All good, buddy?
All good. A little cold here, but yeah, otherwise great.
A little cold? You got to be kidding. Like, is he serious or is he joking? He's serious?
Yeah, oh my God. Raining and all that.
Oh, damn. Okay. So you're demonstrating it's cold because you pulled out tissue. It's cold. See, I'm not joking. I'm not lying. Dhanya Rajendran, co-founder, editor-in-chief of the News Minute.
Hello.
Raman, Kirpal, editor-in-chief of Newslaundry.
Hi.
And Manisha Pande, award-winning journalist.
Very old award now.
ठीक है, award is award.
I have to win a new award.
And I'm Abhinandan Sekhri.
Well, she's won the Lifetime Award.
Oh, yeah.
A lifetime? No, I'm not that old yet. I got Journalist of the Year.
Award. Chameli Devi is Journalist of the Year or Lifetime?
It's Journalist of the Year.
Lifetime kahan hai?
Lifetime? No.
Dharmender just got.
Half a lifetime.
Dharmender is like 88 or something. You're giving it to
Lifetime we'll name after you. The Dhanya Rajendran Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes. Please.
Chalo. What are the headlines, Manisha? It's all election related, I'm guessing.
Really boring, dull week, guys. Nothing changed much. Everything is business as usual.
Now, let me first start with our panelists from Bangalore. Tell me 3 things, and they may be newsworthy or not newsworthy. Just 3 things that for you about this election, when you saw them, they made you go, Things that make you go, I mean, whether they were surprises or not surprises. Or
so cool.
That was a song when I was young.
I know.
Oh, okay. So, I thought I have to explain every joke. No, but seriously, three things that from this election that are takeaways from you, and not takeaways from as an editor, can I make this a headline? Just something that either piqued your curiosity or satiated a desire or,
What?
Satiated a desire.
Satiated a desire.
Well, you
Sudipto,
can-
I would like to know what that was.
No, it could be anything that you want someone to lose real bad or win real bad.
Yes. What satiated your desire, Sudipto?
You have made Hafta into a very non-serious podcast, I must say, ladies.
I'm asking a very serious question. What satiated your desire?
Great, tell us.
See, Dhanya, I don't know what has gotten into her in Delhi. सब कुछ का double meaning निकाल रही है.
I tell you.
Sudipto, what satiated your desire? Please tell us.
No, three takeaways for you that were important in this election.
I mean, I take a lot of interest in Ambedkarite Dalit politics and the emergence of an Azad kind of a character on the scene. Now we're going to have a parliament in which there's going to be nobody from the BSP, but there's going to be a very loud person over there, Chandrasekhar Azad. How is he going to? And of course, the other party, the other prominent Ambedkarite party, the VBA of Prakash Ambedkar, they didn't, register a victory either. So it's going to be perhaps only Azad, towing that line. But Chandrasekhar Azad coming from a region like UP, where the Ambedkarite discourse is around 30-35 years old now, from the time of Kanchiram, and he does not speak the traditional Ambedkarite line. If you notice, he's a little muscular, mucha, banduk kind of guy. And that's not exactly Ambedkarite politics. So for me, I'm going to be very interested in seeing how he performs in Parliament, what kind of issues he raises.
I was personally very surprised at Prajwal Revanna's loss.
Yeah, I recall you
Because I really thought that he would win, considering the fact that everybody on the ground were telling us that. They were all saying that he would win the election. As first thing, the videos didn't spread as much in the day or two before elections, right? But I really salute those people who, really went against the tide. I mean, the family is very strong on ground.
And it's not like Karnataka saw anti-BJP wave or anything.
Exactly. So Prajwal Revanna could just have been one of those people who could have been voted in, considering that everybody was, so many seats they were voting for Narendra Modi, right? But people deliberately voted him out. And I feel that was standing out for me. Second is is Telangana. For me, see, in Andhra Pradesh, the BJP gaining was of no great importance because it is only due to alliance. From Vajpayee times, whenever TDP has aligned with the BJP, they have gained in Lok Sabha. The moment TDP dumps them, like 2019 elections, BJP gets zero. And on ground, they have never built that party. So that is not of importance. But Telangana.
I've grown up with this, like my mother, her favorite thing is whenever you're too pleased with yourself, like a good old person, she'll be like, never be proud. Pride comes before the fall. And I've always told her it never does. I have never seen anyone arrogant or anyone being punished for pride. But I just couldn't get over for 2 days how many people were humbled in one day. The anchors who were pumping up this Modi cult. We've seen conclave after conclave where Modi comes in. There are, chants of 400 par, there's Modi, Modi. And every one of us who wasn't doing this was made to seem like out of touch, like you're fools. You don't know what the country wants. The country wants Modi. They get humbled. The pollsters throughout every phase, forget the exit polls, but all these pollsters were doing routine appearances across television channels with this smug look. We know what the country's thinking. It's not a fight. There was this sense, except for Yogendra Yadav. Everyone was, giving us this impression. So pollsters get humbled.
And they got it spectacularly wrong.
I mean, and then of course BJP, Narendra Modi with his 80 interviews, where the running theme was, he's telling journalists,
I'm a divine hard worker.
I'm beyond politics. That whole meditation that he did, the certainty with which this was thrust on us that he's coming back to power, how that changed in like 8 hours. I've never seen, in my journalistic life, I've never seen something go up and down so quickly. So I was just stunned that this can actually happen, that arrogance can actually be punished.
Since Manisha mentioned humbling, I think it has humbled a lot of people across the spectrum in many ways, There was this one Mallu lady, I forget her name, she was in our office the other day, who said, you see, Kerala will never even, no chance Kerala's the only thing that's holding the saffron storm. Kerala will never get a BJP state. And that Mallu lady had such arrogance that you Nodis are chutias and you guys have allowed this. And UP taught him a lesson. And do you remember her name? Dhanya, what was her name? She was here somewhere. Oh, it was you. So that humbling also was a good one for me.
Hey, I said they will not win a seat.
They
I
have
didn't
won
say
a
their
seat.
vote share will not go up.
But they have
They
won
have
a
won a
seat.
seat. You're still in denial.
They did win a seat, but I didn't say their vote share will not go up, so don't make that up.
No, but Manisha, so you've ticked off a lot of us over here by saying that we are the new cow belt.
No, I don't agree with that.
Look, cowbelt
I
is
kind
very
of partially
evolved.
agree with that, okay?
Cowbelt is very evolved now. We have to find a new word for it.
Oh, also one thing, the body language of Mr. Modi. Whenever there's this victory celebration of, whether it's assembly, he walks in like this. And
Lion.
whether it is Rajnath on his side or anything,
He will never speak
He
to
doesn't
them.
even look. He
Ah.
doesn't acknowledge them. They're like, I'm walking.
Emotion,
Insects
chanta,
just
vibe.
keep. Yeah. Suddenly he was cracking jokes and giggling with Rajnath. Dude, his
Did you
face.
see Rajnath's face? Look,
So now you tell me about Punjab and Delhi. I mean, what's with the Delhi Janta?
Delhi, it was very clear when I saw the 2019 results. Each seat, the margin was about 2.5 lakh, the minimum margin.
Has it reduced now?
It has reduced, but
not so much. Not so much.
No, it has reduced. In New Delhi, it
In
has
New
come down to 83,000. It was 2.5 lakh previously. So together, I think first of all, they did not have the cadre, of both the parties working for the candidate. So this is one major problem. There was no coordination between them, and all of them, they were just campaigning on their own. And also, I mean, there was no push in terms of, bigger rallies. Of course, we had first major rally at Ramlila Maidan, but at that time, I think even candidates were not announced. So I just looked at the margin and I found that it is going to be very difficult to defeat BJP unless there is a wave. There was no wave.
And again, that's another thing that across the country, very different reasons, outcomes. There was no common reason across the country.
And
Going forward, you think the alliance with the TDP, before we started this, they were saying that there's jockeying happening for the position. TDP is insisting on the speaker's position and Nitish is insisting on the rail ministry. Do you think these guys, Telugu Desam Party and Chandrababu Naidu, is a tough enough negotiator to be negotiating with people like Shah?
So I've been speaking to the Congress, the CPIM. They all have been in talks with Nitish and Naidu from day before yesterday. From June 4th night. So they are saying that we don't expect anything to happen now unless there is a major disagreement that they have with Narendra Modi over the cabinet. I don't think the asks have been made yet properly. There's a talk about this and that, but the proper ask will be done tomorrow is what they're saying. Whatever it is, maybe it'll be done today evening, tomorrow, whenever. But once it is done, if they all agree, then there will be no problem. And Congress and CPM both are saying, remember Revant Reddy is a former TDP person. His mentor is Chandrababu Naidu. Then he breaks away and comes to Congress. So Revant Reddy is also talking to Naidu. If at all it has to happen, that is NDA breaks apart, it has to be a package deal, which is Nitish and Naidu have to walk out together. And then they have to join the India Alliance. So a lot of them are saying it won't happen in the first 6 months. Unless...
Any closing thoughts, Manisha and Dhanya, before we move on to the emails?
I had a closing thought, but it's a bit off tangent. Can I get into it?
Yes.
So no, one thing I was thinking about Faizabad quite a bit. I think that there's going to be a lot of analysis around how the Dalit leader, beat Hindutva politics. But I think I had a slightly different understanding to what was happening there and Kashi both. And I don't think it's so much a rejection of temple politics as it is what Modi has done to religious tourism. So when you at least in North India, I don't know how it is in South, the poorest families would save, through the year to do that one Tirth Yatra or that one pilgrimage. It could be a temple nearby, it could be Kashi, it could be Vaishno Devi. And usually around these temples, you have an economy that springs up that caters to the poor. In fact, you had a really funny story about this guy who, would take his girlfriend to a temple because he wanted to spend time with her. Remember, there's someone you knew, I think your driver or someone, I don't know.
I recall, at old age I keep forgetting, but it'll come
Basically,
back
he had
to
a really
me.
funny story where basically he was having an affair with this woman and obviously they couldn't go out. So he would tell the family, I'm taking her to
Oh,
the pilgrim.
yes. Yes.
So anyway, that's the only time people travel, the poorest people travel. And there is a local economy that springs up around these places that cater to the poorest. Modi's obsession with grandness and making everything Akshardham-like has completely robbed poor people's access to these places.
बस मुफ्त में इतना ही मिलेगा. For the full uncut podcast, subscribe to Newslaundry and pay to keep news free. The best way to listen to The Hafta and indeed all our podcasts is through the Newslaundry app. You can download the app by clicking on the links given in the show notes. So do download our app and get the best podcast experience. And also pay for news and support a new news media ecosystem that Newslaundry is trying to encourage, where we are accountable to you because we run on contributions that you make. We don't take government ads, we don't take corporations ads, so that news serves the public, because when the public pays, the public is served. Subscribe to Newslaundry, click on the link in the show notes below and proudly say, I pay to keep news free.